What's going on? I'm Pokewelder Zach, aka Mr. Zoto, and today we're making Alolan Ninetails out of back chains. This is the newest addition to the Bike Chain Builds collection, and it's a little bit of bonus content since the Pokemon of the month was Alolan Vulpix, and my cousin's favorite Pokemon was Alolan Ninetails, so it seemed fitting. I made that for him for Christmas, and I'm giving you the video for Christmas. So with all that, if you appreciate the gift, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let's get on to the build. Pokemon of the Month bonus, Alolan Ninetails. Alright, let's make ourselves a Ninetails. So, to start off, we're going to start with the Ninetails. Each of those are 6 link pieces over on the far left side. The head, which I'm laying out on the right, is made up of an 8, some 4s, some 3s, some 2s, and then the body is made up of an 8 as well. So starting out here, we're going to tack just the base of all of the 9 tails, as well as the bottom, or the body there at the bottom, and then the legs, which are over on the left. We're going to set those aside, and then we're going to set up the tail. So again, Ninetails has 9 tails. This is a little bit tricky at first because you can see when I lay them out, they get really wide, which doesn't work super well for attaching it to the body. And so I ended up breaking it down into the middle 5 and then attaching the other sides on so I could at least try to narrow it down a little bit there. Those are all tacked and flipped over there in the corner. And then for the body, we're going to flip those middle 2 portions, stack them up, and then add the legs. Again, typically I start with the head, but because this one is so central on the tail, I actually started with the tail, then did the body, and then I'm going to do the head last. So you can see there's that gap there, which is what I was trying to avoid. And I did it decently, but basically just got to fill that gap now with weld, which isn't too hard to do. So that is already done with the body and tail. For the head, we are doing actually I ended up changing it to a 6 link in the middle with 3 links on the side instead of an 8 and a 4, which was my initial design. The ears will stay the same, which are 2 links, just pointed out, spread out a little bit, which will make for the some tall pointy ears. Then the middle fluff is going to be a 5 link, so that's closed on either end. I just want to make sure to quickly tack it in all the spots I need it. I left that one loose until I added it on, so that would be flexible. And then the 2 side sort of hair fluffs are each 3 links, again, so they can be closed at the end. And those go on the outsides of the head and ears, and then tacking them on the middle. Once those are on, just gonna quickly tack the head onto the body. A little bit in the front, a little in the back. And then we're going to add Ninetails, the rest of the fluff, snow, whatever you want to call it. It is fluff. It's not actually snow on it, but it would be cool. And those are just single links, and I used 3 of those for the middle, and then 2 on either side as well. The sort of finishing touches are a few more little hair floofs, which are going to be made up of double pieces with a pinched end, and those are going to fit right behind the ear. And then we clean it up with the angle grinder, get all the major welds cleaned up there, and then go back with the Dremel tool and clean up the finer details where we weren't able to reach with the angle grinder. And that is our Ninetails raw chain, and I really love how this one turned out. So for the paint now, we're going to add just a white base. And Ninetails is weird because for the pictures it looks white, but it kind of looks blue, and it really just depends on the picture. And so I started off here with the white base and then adding just a very, very hint of blue into some white paint, and pretty much going over a large portion of the body, mostly the head, the fluff, and the tail. And then I went back through with some adding a little bit more blue. You can see it a little bit on the tail and the top of the ears here. And I just sort of keep adding a little bit until it adds at least some distinction. Because again, right now this kind of looks like I'm just doing white on white. But here you can see where I'm adding more blue, especially onto the tail and onto the base of the tail, just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then I used some lighter blues up at the top, and also some additional white paint just to sort of try to blend it as much as I can. Gonna add the blue little nose right there, and then the darker blue for the inside of the ears. And with that, we have our Alolan Ninetails, all painted, now seen from raw chains all the way to the end. Let me know in the comments what you think about this design. Thanks for sticking around in the end. Hope you enjoyed the video and watching Alolan Ninetails come to life. Again, if you enjoyed this content, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more. Until next time, sign off with a Totodile smile.